My brother sent me to deliver a bomb. The target was the man who raised me. My brother sent me to kill a difficult man. He did not tell me the man was Thane Orvek, the man who found me when I was 3, the man I abandoned at 18, the only father I had ever known. I had not seen him in 3 years. When he opened his door and saw me standing there with a black case in my hand, his face changed. He thought I had come home. The case contained a bomb. I remembered almost nothing about the day I disappeared. A red coat, a railway station, someone shouting, then rain. Thane found me beneath a broken ticket machine. I was 3 years old, barefoot, with blood on my coat that did not belong to me. The police could not identify me. I knew only my first name, Zevra. My photograph was circulated for weeks. No one came. Thane was 32. He had no wife, no children, and no reason to take responsibility for me. He was supposed to keep me for one night. I stayed 15 years. As a child, I followed him everywhere. He learned how to braid my hair because I complained when he pulled too hard. He attended school events, waited outside dance classes, and sat beside me through every fever. For years, he was enough. Then I became difficult. At 14, I started lying. At 15, stealing. At 16, drugs. I disappeared for 2 days and woke in an apartment with people I barely knew. You are not my father. After that, I used them whenever I wanted to wound him. I told myself my real family would understand me. Neither of us knew who they were, or so I believed. At 18, after another fight, I packed a bag. Thane stood at my bedroom door. If you leave, I won't stop you. I looked at him. He had always stopped me before, but listen to me first. I've heard enough. One day, you are going to run towards something I cannot save you from. I picked up my bag. Then stop trying. I left. He did not follow. For 2 years, I ignored his calls, emails, and birthday cards. I changed my number. I moved from city to city. I told myself I was free. I did not know someone was watching me. I met my biological brother in a nightclub. I was 20 and hiding from a man I owed money. Someone found me before he did. Zevra Quell. No one had ever called me that. The man who spoke was tall, dark-haired, and expensively dressed. He took an old photograph from his coat. A little girl in a red coat sat on the shoulders of a teenage boy. Me, him. My name is Carson, he said. I'm your brother. I did not believe him until he took me to my father, Varick Quell. The Quells had been a minor criminal family when I disappeared. 17 years later, my father controlled ports, companies, politicians, and an organization that frightened people into silence. I should have wanted to leave. I wanted to stay. The Quells felt familiar in a way I could not explain. My temper did not disturb them. My recklessness did not disappoint them. When my father learned about my arrests, he did not lecture me. Carson gave me a faster car. No one asked me to calm down. No one treated me like something that needed fixing. I mistook that for acceptance. I began to believe Thane had never understood me because I had never belonged with him. I was a Quell. Carson became the person I trusted most. He taught me the rules of the family. Never names over the phone. Never use the same route twice. Never ask a question unless you are prepared for the answer. I wanted real responsibilities. He gave me small ones. Messages, deliveries, surveillance. One night, I asked why he still did not trust me. You disappeared once, he said. I was 3. Loss does not care how old you were. I came back. He studied me. Then when the time comes, choose us. I promised I would. 6 months after I joined the Quells, a man began destroying my father's operations. Shipments were intercepted. Warehouses were raided. Officials stopped cooperating. Someone knew how the family worked. They called him the Obstruction. No one used his name. Why not kill him? I asked. We tried, Carson said. What do you need? He looked at me. 3 days later, he came to my room, carrying a black case. "This is how you earn your place." I took it. What is inside? Documents. For who? The man interfering with us. Why me? He knows our people. He does not know you. Carson handed me a phone with an address already programmed. Go alone, leave the case and walk away. That is all? The difficult part is getting close enough. I looked at the case. Who is he? Someone who deserves what is coming. I left. The drive took 2 hours. The city disappeared behind me. The road narrowed. Then I recognized the trees. I slowed down. A stone wall appeared. My hands tightened around the steering wheel. I knew that wall. I had climbed over it at 14 when Thane grounded me. The destination marker blinked ahead. My childhood home. I stopped the car. The black case sat beside me. I called Carson. No answer. The phone displayed one word: deliver. I drove on. The house looked smaller. The garden had changed. I parked. The front door opened. Thane stepped outside. 3 years disappeared. There was grey in his hair. He stood completely still. Then he came toward me, slowly. "Zevra?" My name broke in his voice. I got out. The case was in my hand. His eyes moved to it. "Are you staying?" He thought it was luggage. "No." The hope left his face. He nodded. "Come inside anyway." I should have left the case and walked away. Instead, I followed him. The house was almost unchanged. The old clock still hung crooked in the hallway. My photographs were still on the walls. Me at 5, 9, 16. I looked away. Thane went to the kitchen. "Why did you come?" I put the case beside the sofa. "I found my family." He stopped. "My real family." He did not look surprised. I noticed. "The Quells," I said. His eyes went to the case. "Who gave you that?" My body went cold. "Why? Who sent you here?" "Carson." Thane moved toward the case. I blocked him. A light blinked beneath the handle. Green, then red. Thane saw it. "Move away." "What is it?" "Zevra, move." The case beeped. I stepped back. "What did I bring into your house?" Thane looked at me. "Your brother gave you this?" "Yes." He pulled me away from it. I resisted. He said it contained documents. Thane checked the windows. The case beeped again. "Do not touch it." My denial was already breaking. "He wouldn't send me with a bomb." Thane looked at me. I knew the truth before he spoke. Then another truth struck me. "You knew who they were." Thane went still. "How long?" "This is not the time." "How long?" 7 years. I stared at him. He had known since I was 13. "You kept them from me." "I kept them away from you. You had no right." "Probably not. You decided my entire life. I made a decision for a 13-year-old girl. I stopped being 13. Yes. And you still said nothing." His eyes went to the case. "This is what they did when they got you back." I slapped him. He did not move. The case beeped again. Faster. Thane grabbed my shoulders. "You can hate me later." I pushed him away. He checked his phone. No signal. The phone Carson had given me was dead. Thane looked toward the road. If the bomb is remotely controlled, someone is watching. I remembered Carson's words. "The difficult part is getting close enough." My voice dropped. "They sent me because you would open the door." Thane said nothing. He did not need to. We could not risk moving the case. Thane led me toward the garage. "There is another exit." Before we reached it, headlights appeared outside. 3 vehicles stopped near the house. For one desperate second, I hoped Carson had come for me. Then armed men stepped out. Thane pulled me down as gunfire shattered the windows. He opened a concealed passage beneath the garage. "Go. What about you?" "Move." I started down. He followed. The explosion came before we reached the end. The ground lifted beneath us. I struck the wall. Everything went black. I woke in darkness. Thane's hand covered my mouth. Smoke filled the passage. Voices moved above us. "Find the girl." I looked at Thane. A second man spoke. "Carson wants confirmation." Something inside me went still. The men moved away. Thane removed his hand. They came for me too. Yes. He thought I would leave before the bomb exploded. They were waiting for you. He is my brother. I know. He found me. I know. He wanted me back. Thane said nothing. I sat against the wall. For 6 months, I had believed I had found a family that accepted me. They had praised everything Thane feared. My anger, my recklessness, my need for danger. They had not accepted me. They had found me useful. I looked at Thane. Why didn't you tell me about them? He was silent. Because you thought I would choose them. Yes, I did. Yes. He did not defend himself. I asked the question I had avoided all my life. How did I disappear? Thane looked away. Tell me. We need to move. Tell me now. He faced me. Your father had enemies. One of them arranged to have you taken. Who? A man I worked for. I stopped breathing. You worked for the people who kidnapped me. Yes. What did you do? I was sent to the station to collect a package. I understood before he continued. Me. I did not know until I arrived. You were part of it. Yes. The railway station. The red coat. Thane finding me. My entire childhood shifted. You did not rescue me. I was sent to collect you. Why didn't you return me? By the time I understood what had happened, the men behind it were watching every route back to your family. They wanted proof you were dead. You could have gone to the police. I did. Someone buried the investigation. So you kept me. I kept you alive. I stood. Do not come near me. He stayed where he was. Everyone lied to me. Yes. You too. Yes. The answer stripped away my anger. He had no defense. I should have told you when you were old enough, he said. I was afraid you would leave. I did anyway. Yes. He looked at me. But everything after that station was real. I said nothing. You were 3 years old. You held my hand and would not let go. Keeping you was my choice. My eyes burned. I made your life hell. Yes. I looked at him. You agree? You were difficult, and after that, you were still my child. Gunfire sounded near the far end of the passage. Thane reached for me. This time, I went with him. We escaped through the woods. By nightfall, Thane had contacted people he still trusted. I learned why the Quells wanted him dead. For years, he had been dismantling the network connected to my kidnapping. My father's organization had absorbed parts of that network while building its empire. Thane had discovered that someone inside the Quell family knew more about my disappearance than they admitted. Then my father called. Where are you? Veyric asked. With Thane. Silence. You know his name? Yes. How long have you known he raised me? Since before you came home. Another lie. Did you know Carson sent me? No. Did you know I was the target too? No. Then what are you going to do? Come home. We will deal with your brother. Not are you hurt. Not are you safe. Come home. You are a Quell, my father said. 6 months earlier, those words had meant everything. Now I asked, what does that mean? You belong with us. Was I a Quell when Carson put a bomb in my hands? My father did not answer. He might not have ordered it, but Carson had learned what family meant from somewhere. I ended the call. I am going back, I told Thane. No, I need to face Carson. He tried to kill you. I know. You are not going. Years earlier, that would have started a fight. This time, I said, come with me. I returned to the Quell estate 2 days later. Carson believed I came alone. He waited beside the pool. You survived. No relief. No apology. Just surprise. You knew I was still inside. I expected you to leave. You sent men after me. To finish the problem. I looked at the brother I had trusted. You chose me because Thane would let me close. Yes. Why did I have to die? His expression changed. You were becoming dangerous. To the family? To me. The truth was simpler than I expected. Carson had spent years becoming our father's heir. Then the lost daughter returned. Veyrik gave me access, forgave mistakes, began changing plans. I did not want your position. You did not need to. My existence was enough. If I died with Thane, Carson lost 2 threats at once. Did you know what happened when I was 3? Carson looked away. You knew. I was 15. You remembered me. Yes. Did you ever really look for me? He did not answer. I finally understood. Carson had loved his missing little sister. The woman who returned had become competition. I placed the phone he had given me on the table. I brought back your package. His face changed. Thane had recovered recordings from the device. Carson's orders, the attack, the plan to kill me. My father stepped onto the terrace behind him. Carson turned. I left. Whatever the Quells did to their own no longer concerned me. I returned to Thane's house 3 weeks later. Half of it was gone. The hallway clock had survived, still crooked. Thane was sorting through damaged boxes when I entered. I carried a bag, a real one this time. He looked at it, then at me. I walked inside. One photograph remained on the damaged wall. Me at 9. Thane standing behind me. You kept everything. Yes. I don't forgive you. I know. You should have told me. Yes. You had no right to decide who I could know. I know. I looked at him. My real family loved everything dangerous about me. He waited. They loved that I fought, that I drank, that I did whatever I wanted. I thought that meant they understood me. Thane said nothing. They never tried to stop me because they needed me reckless. I remembered being 16, screaming at him, telling him he was not my father. You were the only one who loved me enough to hate what I was doing to myself. His face changed. I looked away. I am still angry. You should be. I may leave again. I know. I am not going back to being the girl I was. I don't want you to. I touched the bag. I need somewhere to stay. Thane looked at it. For how long? I don't know. He nodded and took it from me. I followed him upstairs. My old bedroom was damaged. The window was broken. Part of the ceiling was gone, but the height marks beside the door remained. I touched the highest one. I had spent years believing love meant acceptance without resistance. The Quells gave me that. They celebrated every part of me that made me easier to use. Thane had fought me. He had lied to me. He had made decisions he had no right to make. I was not ready to forgive him, but he had also spent 15 years standing between me and every danger I ran toward. My brother sent me to Thane carrying a bomb. He wanted to destroy us both. Instead, he destroyed the lie that blood alone could tell me who my family was. Thane was not my father because he found me. He was not my father because he raised me. He was my father because I had spent years giving him reasons to stop choosing me. He never did. If this story stayed with you until the very end, thank you, truly. I write these stories because I'm fascinated by people, the choices they make, the mistakes they regret, the love they never expected, and the moments that change everything. Every character, every plot twist, every emotional turn, and every ending begins as a blank page before it's carefully written into the story you've just experienced. While AI-assisted narration and visuals help bring these stories to life, the stories themselves are originally written by me, from the first idea to the final twist. If you enjoyed this one, I'd be grateful if you liked the video, subscribed to the channel, shared it with someone who loves emotional stories, and turned on the notification bell. It really helps me keep creating more stories for you. Until our next journey, Jetta Veline.